What's going on, everybody? This your boy L64, and welcome to the journey. Today's journey, I'm sitting here with a special guest. He's a good friend of mine. I'm sure y'all saw him on some of my content in the past because I do a lot of things and a lot of collaborations with this guy. This is one of my very good friends, Hustle and Happiness. All right, so today we're going to be talking about just a little bit about multiple sclerosis and how it's had an effect on him. And actually, years ago when I first met him, it was funny that we didn't realize that we would have this in common years later, but my mother personally had multiple sclerosis and she dealt with that. So a lot of things that's going on with his body I'm familiar with, so we just had that connection. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what he went through when he found out he had it and just things like that, what his body felt like then in the beginning when he didn't even realize that's what he had, to now where we at in the present. So if you can, man, can you just tell the viewers about what was it like when you first started going through changes with your body, and around about what time, what year?
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 2005, July 2005. Just got out of surgery for something else. I had a tumor in my nose and I had that removed.
Right.
Got out of surgery. My brother had a sport bike, a Suzuki, a Gixxer. You remember the Superman? Superman Gixxer.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
It's the funniest thing ever. I had the German helmet on, a patch over my nose because I'm literally like 4 or 5 hours out of surgery. I jump on my brother's bike,
right,
and I'm zooming through Queens, and on my way back to the house, the right side of my body went numb. And I don't know if you're familiar with riding motorcycles, but this is the front brake and the back brake is the right foot, so I couldn't stop.
Oh, I know about this.
I couldn't stop. So I squeezed the clutch and put my foot on the ground. And
right.
Fortunately, I wasn't going that fast to slow myself down. And it took, it seemed like forever. It took me like 3 blocks to slow down.
Wow.
And I pulled up maybe a couple of houses away from where my brother and horse was at.
Right.
And I'm signaling to him, yo, come here, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. And I just know I had to cut the bike off, so I'm trying to cut the motorcycle off, the engine stop button.
Yeah.
And I reached for the engine stop with my right hand, and it just jerked, and I slapped the windshield, cracked, like broke his windshield off.
So hold on, what happened?
So I fortunately I didn't crash because I couldn't stop the bike, but when I was able to come to a stop, I tried to cut it off, hit the engine stop.
Yeah.
And reaching for it, my arm just jerked and hit so I had just had surgery on my nose, so I went and saw the ENT doctor. The ENT doctor told him what happened.
Right.
He wrote me a referral for neurology. I go to neurology, and I told the doctor the story. He said, "Sounds like you have multiple sclerosis." I said, "You sure? I mean, don't you have to do like tests and stuff?"
Yeah.
He said, "Sounds like you have multiple sclerosis." So they did the whole workup. My chart was this is back before everything was digital. We used to have paper charts. Yo, my chart looked like a yellow pages. They did MRI with and without contrast, gave me a spinal tap, a whole bunch of, they checked everything because they can only find one lesion at first. And multiple sclerosis definition is multiple lesions in time and space. Okay. So I only had one lesion. So they did the whole workup on me, and it was the summer of '06 that they found the second lesion. And in fact, it was not just the second lesion was pretty big. That was on my cervical spine. I had one between C1 and 2 and between C3 and 4. But then I had a bunch of little lesions on my brain. So that was the beginning. That was the beginning of what I'm going through now.
Okay, so man, that's funny because I don't even know that story.
Yeah.
But moving past that, so once you got your diagnosis and everything, did it exacerbate even worse than it was that day, and how did that come to be?
Yeah, it would come and go, but at the time I was a truck driver, so I was okay. I think I was running produce out of the produce market in Jessup down to at the time I think I was doing Manassas and then Fredericksburg, Virginia, and that was that. So I would have like spasms from time to time, but it didn't really stop me. I worked 6 days a week.
Right.
And one day I woke up in the morning and I couldn't see. Now, this wasn't the first time it happened.
Right.
But this particular time was different because let's say I'm looking at your face. So let's say your face is like right here.
Yeah.
I can see above your face and below your face, but right in the middle is like black. So it's called optic neuritis. I rushed to the emergency room. They pumped me full of Solomedrol. That's like basically a liquid form, like it's prednisone in this liquid form. It's an anti-inflammatory steroid, and it would bring me back every time.
Right.
And I think that happened 5 times before I finally threw in the towel and said I can't drive trucks anymore.
Okay, so it was affecting you that way. Now you're walking, your stability, because I know with my mother, she eventually ended up being in a wheelchair.
It did not at first. It affected. At first, it was the right side of my body. Now today, it's the left side of my body, which is crazy. And I'm fighting the wheelchair like Miss Pam went through. I'm fighting that wheelchair every day now. But at first, I became a personal trainer. I didn't start training until I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I used to leg press like 1,600 pounds and squat 600 and change and deadlift 6 and change. My legs were just fine until the summer of 17.
2017?
Until the summer of 17. So 12 years after my diagnosis, my legs were just fine. I used to like run 3 miles a day. Every other day, not every day, but I could run 3 miles at a nice pace. I could sprint. Everything was cool, and then 2017 happened.
Man, so like I was saying, my mother had that same situation, but when she was restricted to the wheelchair in the beginning, she was using a cane.
Yeah.
Then it went from the cane to the walker. She had the one where you put both hands on it. She was using that. And then finally it just got to the point where the spasms were so bad and her muscles would get constricted to where she was just permanently bent and you would see the spasms. And you know, I had to learn to kind of massage it out and just deal with it from the therapist that would come to the house. They would show us. So she wasn't able to overcome it after a while, even with therapy, because it just got so bad. And this is back in the 80s, the 90s. The medication and the treatment wasn't the same either.
Unfortunately, all they had in the 80s to treat it with was steroids.
Steroids,
was the anti-inflammatory steroids. They didn't know much about it. And I think she would fare a lot better today if she was diagnosed today. But in the 80s, it was like you go from diagnosis straight to the wheelchair. It was no stopping it.
Yeah, so now 2017. Now y'all haven't seen some of his old pictures. I mean, man, buff. You know, we both look. We look at the guns.
Hold on. Today I'm probably 205. I'm probably 205, and I still look decent. I got up to 253. 8% body fat.
Looking like the Incredible Hulk.
It was quite ridiculous.
Yeah. So the thing is, he was really heavy in the lifting. I used to be a pencil, so we kind of did the lifting thing throughout our life together.
The 2 skinniest kids in school.
Yeah, and I was smaller than him. So here's the thing: over time, he got bigger. But let's go into 2017, because by then, now we know it's a battle going on with the MS.
Yeah.
And you realize that you can't lift as heavy. And from what I know about you, when you started lifting, it was helping your health overall. And you threw yourself into that pretty heavy when you were training people and different things like that. So 2017, we in 2022 now. How has it been from 2017 up to now?
Just one curveball after the next.
Right.
17, I developed, I started getting these spasms. It felt like I was, basically like someone set me on fire when I would lay down.
Yeah, I know about them.
So that was neuropathy, and it came in. I never experienced that before.
Right.
See, I had gone to MS groups before, and people would tell me about their issues and things like that. And I'm like,
right.
And I'm fortunate that I didn't, that I hadn't experienced that. But
right.
when it was my time to experience it, I was not prepared. Not at all. I was not prepared. So I was linked up with a holistic doctor who helped me out because I couldn't sleep. I used to sleep like 15 minutes at a time, and then wake up like screaming and burning and feel like someone's burning me.
Man,
so she was my holistic doctor was able to help me with that. And then over the next, let's say 18 months, I noticed my gait was off. The way I walked was like I couldn't run anymore.
Right.
And up until let's say June of 22,
right.
June of 20, I was, I started to stumble, and then the stumble got worse and worse and worse. So June of 22, I started walking with a cane.
Okay, June of 22.
Yeah, so that's...
You mean June of 21?
June of 20, I keep saying 22. June of 20, I started walking. So this June will be the 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
June of 20, I started walking with a cane because I needed it. I was going to the doctor's office in D.C., and if you're familiar with D.C., she's on... like right up the street from Capitol Hill. There's nowhere to park, so
it's a lot of walking.
Exactly, and I park on a meter, so
right.
I find a meter 3-4 blocks away, and I walk over, no problem.
Gotcha.
Now it got to the point where I'm like looking for things to hold on to, I don't anything, telephone pole, anything.
Something to balance yourself.
Yes, the balance. So that's why I started. That's why I started walking with the cane, and that's where I'm at today.
Okay, so, and if y'all didn't check out one of the videos we did, we had a video about some of the things that he used to help him with walking.
The Bioness.
Yeah, the Bioness was the AS.
The Bioness, the L3, it's the L300 Go system, and I have an AFO that's ankle and foot orthosis from Dankmeyer. Dankmeyer is the manufacturer.
Okay. So check that video out, by the way, and it explains how it's helping him with balancing, with walking, and the difficulties that it presents. So we're looking at the future now. So here we are in 2022. We done kind of went through your journey. What's some of the things you want to do or you trying to accomplish as far as dealing with the multiple sclerosis and your health and your balance? Is there anything you're working on to help you with that physically?
Yes. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym 5 days a week, and medically, my primary care doctor told me in 2019, was it 2018, 2019? Let's say 2019. He told me that basically I was terminal, and there's nothing else they could do for me. Okay. So I'm left to find the cure or whatever help there is for me. I'm left to find it on my own. So I'm doing all this holistic stuff and eating bark and going to see the witch doctor, all that stuff. So hopefully something works out. Okay,
cool. Well, there's one thing I know, this man dedicated, and he gonna fight to the end. But I mean, he doing it. So I'm glad you took the time to share that with us. A lot of y'all, as the viewers, don't realize we hear about people having multiple sclerosis, but I grew up in a house from the age of 4 years old all the way until my mother passed, and I was in my 20s, seeing that and dealing with that. So I'm gonna tip my hat off to you because I know how it is and I know the struggle. You make it look easy, but it's not easy. I know that. So once again, I'm sitting here with Hustle and Happiness. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, check that out. What's your channel for the viewers that don't know?
It's Hustle and Happiness. HUSTLEANDHAPPIENESS.
All right.
I just spelled that wrong.
Did I mention my cognitive issues?
You did, but
Cuz, put it at the bottom of the screen.
all right, so look, check that Hustle and Happiness channel out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, the letter L, the number 64, dash, The Journey. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out the Culture Los Angeles clothing line, www.Culture Los Angeles, and it's spelled with a K in case you didn't know. Make sure you check that out, culturelosangeles.com. We appreciate the support. We got a lot of things we're working on. Stay tuned for more content.
Hold on. Can I say this? Because my birthday is February 13th. Can someone just inbox me? I'll give you my address and send me a dictionary. I appreciate that.
So make sure y'all send my man a Webster's dictionary or something, you know what I mean?
Now I gotta hear from I know all these. Oh God.
Yeah, take it easy on them in the comments, in the comment section. So with that being said, like I said, this is your boy L64, The Journey signing off, and my man Hustle and Happiness, and follow our adventures. There's gonna be a lot more stuff we do, all right? Peace, everybody, be safe. Thanks for the support, and we out.
All right, take it easy.
All right.